come over to the dark side and get your Auto Detailing Beast Hoodie now. Get customers just by wearing it. Book appointments just by wearing it. Command money and become the beast that you are. Auto Detailing Beast Hoodies. Limited supply. So get one before they're all gone.
What's going on? This is Prince, Team Beast Mode Detailing, Grind Time TV, where we talk about different strategies on how to get you more money in your mobile auto detailing business. So, it's been a great week.
Shutterstock Music.
It snowed twice this week, and now it's like it's gonna be sunny for the rest of the week. So we're gonna definitely murder this week. We're gonna murder it because every car in our vicinity is dirty. So we got to do a lot of advertisement and to get this work. That's what we're going to do. But beyond that, I wanted to take the time to talk about engine detail, because it's not we don't do a whole lot of engine details, but when we do, we definitely get paid for it. Sorry for the sun, so it's kind of blocking us out. But and I just want to go into how it's a valuable upsell in the auto detailing industry. Very valuable. Most people include it in their full detailing package. We never include engine detail in our full detail package, or any detail package. I don't put engine detail at all. There's no engine detail. If you want it, it's only there as an add-on, and that's it. So I'm gonna give you some strategies, some breakdowns on engine details, because you can make a lot of money in it, all right, if you focus on it. And then I'll tell you exactly who you can target in order to get the engine detail and how to go through the whole script and everything, if I got enough time. So there's three types of engine details. Three types. The first one is the traditional one, where you spray the grease all over the joint, you pressure wash the joint down, and then you go ahead and dress it. Now with us, we never dress the engine. We dress the engine only as an add-on, right? So detailing the engine is one thing, dressing the engine is a totally different ball game. All right. Now, when you're dressing the engine, you want to use something that's of a low gloss, right? Because, and I see cats photos out there, and I'm not saying that I'm right or I'm wrong. I'm not saying that. However, I do know that you shouldn't be putting tire shine on an engine to make it shiny and bright, right? You need to use something that's a low gloss, something like a dashboard protectant or something like that absolutely have no flammable chemicals in it, right? Because tire shine is very flammable, and you don't want to put that on the engine. Plus, the engine shouldn't be all shiny and greasy. It should be clean. That's what it should be, clean. So, with that being said, stop putting tire shine on a daggone engine, all right? So we charge anywhere between, let's say, $75 to $125 for that particular engine detail, right? As an add-on, okay? So if I have to come out to you just to clean the engine, and there's a lot of places that you will go to just do that, if you follow some of the strategies that I lay out to you, all right? The second one is steam cleaning the engine. Steam cleaning the engine can go from 75 to about 150. All depends. And again, it's the same treatment. You would put the grease all over the place and engine cleaning, steam cleaning. Now, technically, anything I think anything below a 2004 vehicle should have like a case over the engine. So just for you newbies, if there's a case over the engine, over anything above 2004, it should be a case over the engine. So if you get to a car that's above a 2004 and above, and you don't see that case over the engine, don't touch that car. That means that some mechanic has been working on it, right? And so if anything goes wrong, they're gonna blame you because it was running fine before you touched it, right? Even though it only took this little push on this wire or this little whatever to make the whole thing go bad, right? So in cases like that, if you run across a vehicle that's like a 2004 and down, and they have the distributor cap, just make sure you don't hit the distributor cap. Usually we just cover it up with a towel or something like that and shoot around it. And if we have to clean it, we'll just hand clean it right there with our degreasing hands, and that's it. But if you happen to hit the distributor cap and the check engine light comes on, then this is what you have to do. You have to take out all the spark plugs. You have to blow out the spark plug case or the distributor cap, blow it out, make sure ain't no water in there, make sure everything is dry. Put everything back in, unhook the battery, and wait for the computer to reset. Might take like 10 minutes for the computer to reset. Once the computer reset, everything is good to go, because the only thing it's going to do is make it skip, right? It'll make it skip. So just to let you know. All right, so the third way is one way that we do for like high-end dealers. So we clean the engine, pressure wash the engine, degrease it down, pressure wash the engine, and when they want us to dress it, we can give them the low gloss, or we can go with the high gloss. Now, high gloss is what we use. We use I think it's called Rust-Oleum clear coat paint, right? It's non-flammable, okay? And it can sand up to I think it's like 500 degrees. Depends on which one you get. 500 degrees of heat. All right. So we would literally paint the black plastics on the vehicle engine, and it's good to go, right? And that way the engine looks brand new versus wet and sticky and slimy looking, right? That's the difference. So in something like that, it goes up to $200. All right, it goes from $125 to $200. Depends on the size of the engine, depends on what we're doing. And none of our packages ever include the bottom of the engine. So if you want us to get the bottom of the engine, it's going to be additional XYZ. And that's what we do.
Shutterstock Music. Now
that that's broken down, you have to say, well, who wants, how can I use this to get, who's going to get their engine detail? All right, your basic customer. Like, again, for us, we don't put our engine detail on any of our packages, so it's always an upsell. All right, so what's going to happen is when you run across, mainly it's going to be a lot of minivans. I guess it all depends on what you're doing a whole lot of, right? But I know that every minivan that we ran across, we had a detailed engine, or we did our best to convince the customer that the engine needs to be detailed. So here's how we did it. We go over the car with the customer. We discuss with the customer, because we know what we're doing before we get there. But we discuss with the customer what they're getting and what to expect from us. So if there's a stain in the floor, I'm letting her know right up front that, hey, listen, we'll do everything we can to get the stain out of the floor, but I don't know how long it's been there. I don't know what it is, and more than likely it's going to lighten up, and it may be there forever. Now, in reality, we're probably going to get that stain completely up to the point you can't even see it, right? Now, what that's going to do is that's going to trigger the I'm sorry, it's cold out here. That's going to trigger Miss So-and-so to say, oh, wow, y'all really got it up. That was great. Good job. Right? You got it up. Then we go ahead and walk her around to the engine. Once we lift up the engine, the hood rather, she's going to be like, this is what you say. Wow, this looks pretty bad. And she's gonna be like, yeah. And then you go on and say, well, since I'm already here. No, you start off like this. Miss So-and-so, would you like for us to go ahead and clean the engine? It looks pretty bad. And she's gonna say, either she's gonna say, sure, or she's gonna say, well, how much? All right, regardless of which way she go. All right, if she says sure, you let her know how much it's gonna be, and you would start off like this. Our engine details start at whatever your price start at, but since I'm already here, we can get it done at this amount. And then she has the point to agree to it or not, right? Now, if she does not agree to it, if she's like, I just can't afford it, then you just simply say, well, what would be comfortable for you? And then she'll tell you what her price is, $40, right? Let's say she say $40. I'm taking the $40. I don't care. We ain't doing it but spraying it down. We ain't doing it but cleaning it, right? And I'm a detailer, so I'm a detail anyway, right? And bam, there you go. Now, when it comes to dealerships, you explain to them the difference in engine detail, right? Be professional, be a know-it-all when it comes to detailing, right? So you tell them, look, there's 3 different types of engine detail. Which one would you like? Or rather, you would suggest to them which one, right? And I suggest every single time that you get the clear coat package, right? The engine clear coat package. If you got the engine clear coat package, your engine looks brand new. It looks like it hasn't even been used, right? Which is more likely the guys or whoever come and buy that car, when they look at the engine, they're gonna say, wow, this thing look like it hasn't even been touched, right? Then you go upon, and if you killed the detail, there's no stains in the carpet, there's no stains in the headliner, everything is nice and clean and crisp and smell good and da-da-da-da-da, you just made a sale. As long as the price is right, you just made a sale. And what happens is, and this is what's dope, what happens is, well, we got so the dealerships got so addicted to us because we would detail just like that, and the cars would sell almost automatically. So when they sell automatically, they're thinking it has to be something with this guy, something that he's doing to make it so we're selling all these cars, right? But I mean, it's just based upon a good detail. You know what the customer's going to look for. All right, the customer's going to look at that carpet. The customer's going to look at that dashboard. The customer's going to look at that engine, and of course the outside. That's a given, and the rim. So if everything is looking good, then and the truck or the van rides pretty good, and it's at the right price, and it's clean, it's a sale every single time. And so the dealerships would get addicted to us and say, we only want you to detail our cars, right? And it got to the point where it's like, well, we're gonna have to raise our prices if you just want us to detail your car. And they was like, well, how much? And I said this amount. And it was like, I don't know if I can swing that. I said, well, what can you swing? Then we go from there. Then eventually we end up getting rid of all of those dealers because we don't feel like dealing with them. Ain't no need to giving a dealer a great deal because he says, oh, I'm gonna need 30 cars this month, and all of a sudden it don't be 30 cars, it be more like 10, and whatever, man. But you can give that same deal to the average customer and they would love it, right? Even though they only got one car, but that car, she's gonna tell everybody about you. So just want to make this short video. Hope you guys are doing good this week. Want you guys to go out there and definitely just murder it this week. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. And until next time, grind time. Prince, Be Smoke Detailing.
Come over to the dark side and get your auto detailing Beast Hoodie now. Get customers just by wearing it. Book appointments just by wearing it. Command money and become the beast that you are. Auto Detailing Beast Hoodies. Limited supply. So get one before they're all gone.